Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry about the shadows. It's a lot of
bright.
and you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just
bright in the summer sunlight. But
we just got out of Fantastic Four.
yep, not the most fantastic thing out today. Since like two other apparently.
This was a mess. The whole narrative, a mess.
Yep.
I mean, obviously they tried to salvage as much as they could because with the reshoots, but you can tell. Can you tell what was reshot?
Some bits and pieces.
Kate Mara's hair is bright yellow in some scenes.
Bright yellow and a bit darker in other scenes.
Yeah, and then her hair is up in one shot, and then in another shot it's down again. Like in the next scene, it's completely down. When earlier it was bright, it was back up. I don't know if that's supposed to mean like it's the same day, or if it's the same, or if it's a different day.
Yep, or a few hours later or some stuff.
This was a little hard to sit through. Not almost as, not like entirely bad, but getting there. Sorry, go ahead.
The main thing is, as little mini Reed tells us in the beginning, going from one place to another, but it's interplanetary more than dimensional travel.
That kid was a terrible actor.
Yeah, the kid who played Reed, I'm sorry, but
that little kid,
kids in independent movies made by someone who has no film school background knows better, better than
the
this.
kid who played Little Ben, he was better. I mean, yeah, he still had bad dialogue, but he was trying. The kid, Little Reed Richards. I don't know what the kid's name, and I apologize if I offend the kid. I'm not trying to. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not his fault. Maybe it was Trank's fault, because he is the one in charge. But his dialogue is very scripted. You could
I'm
tell.
sorry, but even if it's a kid, you still need to use some direction when you're directing.
I invented the teleporter. Well, half of it. Like, that sounds like...
I still need a few things left. What, is it next to your flying car? Oh no, I'm not working on that project anymore.
You might want to cover your ears. No emotion whatsoever. Even when he's stealing... What was he stealing? A power converter?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had like the little ninja suit. Please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me. I just need a power converter. Is it for your teleporter thing? Yes.
Yes. I can show it to you.
I can show it to you.
Oh my god.
If I can have the power converter. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
I've seen bad child actors, and then there's this. And even Jake Lloyd, who I banded as like a bad child. I mean, at least he emoted. This.
Yep.
Okay. What'd you think?
But anyway,
Sorry.
It goes from transportation between dimensions to, oh, holy shit, what is this stuff? We have powers, now we're the property of the government, to...
That came out of nowhere. I mean, I understand that they're, like, you know, the government's always been involved, but it was confusing of how they shifted.
They were never really interested with the government. It was more like stuff that can benefit humanity or something, and then we got some crazy shit going on. Let's get the government in on this because we have superhumans. The government's gonna want that shit.
That was confusing because once that happened, it shifted to a year later. I'm gonna shift back and forth, so we'll go back to a lot of this stuff. Once they get the powers, that's it. We cut to a year later. They already have the powers. They know how it works and everything. No character development whatsoever after they get their powers.
Yeah, the only character development I see is
Reed maybe. Ben got the most development,
Reed
even
maybe,
though it's very
yeah,
forced.
But Reed maybe because he went from being all sciencey shit to I need to fix these guys, but I don't know how to do it. Ben is a bit of a tool most of the time until he gets pissed. Then he's like, okay, fuck you, Reed. You screwed up and you ran away. I'm pissed. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, not really that far.
That was a weird introduction to Ben. I'm like, we see his face clearly, and then when Tim Blake Nelson goes to his room to talk to him, he's in the shadows, and then he reveals himself. We already saw his face like 5 minutes ago.
We saw you chilling in a pile of stones with Reed, and when Reed went and got gone, we saw your face. We saw half of you. The only part we didn't see was the part that was covered up, because that's the part in which in the comics you normally have pants over.
He didn't have any genitalia from what I've seen.
Nope, he was just pelted with stones.
Yeah.
And I know that someone might just randomly make the joke, oh, he got stoned. Okay, I had to. I'm sorry. Someone was going to.
So, let's see what did you think of the other, like the group themselves, like, or the actors or anything like that? Miles Teller, I thought, was trying to get something.
Johnny?
No, Reed.
Reed.
He's a good actor. He's just not very well directed or written.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to be like, he's trying to be that generic nerd who's very introverted and doesn't know social stuffs. So the awkward stuff, instead of it being playful, it just comes off as what it is, awkward.
Yeah, like that part in the library with Captain Nemo or whatever. Which
is, I'll get into the script, but
and good idea, putting that for your little secret
Captain
password
Nemo
thing. Yep, that's him.
I swear this thing is full of cliches.
Oh, you are using the mic. Just checking. Because I saw the green light. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are. This thing is full of cliches. Like, who? Because of course his favorite book is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You know, it's like the typical, like, stereotypical nerd in a movie who says that his favorite book is War of the Worlds and his favorite movie is Star Wars, you know? So, of course, this is mandatory.
And where Ben got his clobbering time thing is apparently his older brother.
His older brother who we used to beat him, apparently.
Yep, or just hit him, and he probably gets that from his mother who beats him.
I'm sorry, I almost, like, bursted laughing. How am I supposed to take that seriously if somebody goes up to me, yo, man, it's clobbering time? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that for a second. Okay, you can beat me up now.
Nah, just kidding.
No, don't beat me, man.
Anyway.
Let's see, Kate Mara's okay, I guess. She's very deadpan. I know Sue is supposed to be like the selfish, not the shy, introverted.
Yeah.
But instead she comes off like
she's not that often the shy introvert, given what I've.
Well, isn't that why she's the invisible girl in the first place?
No, it's because that's the power set that she's.
I know, but in the comics.
No, I don't think so. Never really thought her much of a introvert, but oh well.
Like, Reed is supposed to, like, since he thinks of everything and he's smart and shit, he stretches his brain out, and that's why he can stretch. Sue is supposed to be shy and introverted, and that's why she's invisible. Johnny's supposed to be badass and hothead, and that's why he's the Human Torch. And Ben is supposed to be the tough one, and that's why he's the Thing. Which, by the way, Ben doesn't look like the tough guy at all.
Nope, he just looks like...
He goes from being this 12-year-old American kid to being played by a British actor who tries to hide his American accent. Jamie Bell's a good actor, but I don't know if he was trying to take the role seriously or if he's just trying to get through, because his accent peaked out a couple times, and then he left for no reason. He gets to the college, he's like, oh, here you go, here's your knife, I'm gonna leave now, and that's it.
It was his knife, it was a parting gift.
Yeah, but that's it. The next scene, he's just gone. No hugs, no bye. He's just gone. So that could have been something that was cut from the movie, because this movie was originally like 2.5 hours before Fox butchered it.
And yeah, that would have been nice to at least say goodbye instead of, and next scene, he's all the way home at Grimm's Auto Parts. He lives in a junkyard.
He still lives in that junkyard, yeah. So, what else? I'm trying to think what.
The dad, whatever his name was
I forgot.
Decent.
He's okay. He's going for that Morgan Freeman-esque thing where everything he says sounds badass.
Yeah.
My children.
We
are so close that
we are destined to do great things. Something poetic, something.
This script is full of cringeworthy dialogue that I've heard in many other movies.
Come on, I'm just trying to win freckles like Morgan Freeman.
Like, enough. We have to stop him. Let's get the hell out of here. We're so close than we ever have been before. We know the answer to we'll soon find out the answers to questions we've never. Who talks like that? At least in the Marvel cinema.
In the trailer, wasn't that what he said about Reed? He knows the answers to questions we don't even know yet.
Don't know. They might have changed that. They might have changed a lot of shit because I have no clue. If any of you know the backstory of the production of this movie and know about Josh Trank and what the shit apparently that he did while making the movie,
he apparently discovered the wonderful world of drugs.
Yeah, because he apparently he would show up to the set late, or he wouldn't show up at all, and Simon Kinberg had to direct it, or Matthew Vaughn. So.
Yep. When you're the director, it is you of all people who should be there the most. Because actors need to be directed, and so does half of the other people.
Yeah, that explains the change of tone with the movie, because sometimes it's trying to have fun. It's trying to have something going on.
It has a few cute little fun bits here and there.
The reason these bastards become superheroes is because fucking Reed gets drunk. Fuck the government, man. We need to just go do it.
Just do it. Listen to Shia LaBeouf. Just do it.
Yeah, let's just do something stupid as just going to another dimension.
It was our dream, not theirs. We're gonna do it.
Shut up. That was another thing that bugged me. Let's get astronauts. Okay, good. They're trained. They know how to do this shit. Yes, it's another dimension, but at least they can handle this stuff. Maybe.
You just wanted to teleport.
These guys, they're not trained. Okay, they're scientists, yes, but they're not trained to do this kind of stuff that astronauts are normally trained to do every day. Or soldiers, for that matter.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to war, and our soldiers are a bit busy. Let's send scientists.
Because why not? And then, so, yeah, they go to that dimension because B's drunk. He decides to call his friend Ben, calls him up all drunk and shit, and then
I know you're like 10 cities that way, but
it's 20 minutes away. Come on down here. I'll still be drunk by the time you get here.
Yep.
So yeah,
so they go to Terraformia, or whatever the fuck we're gonna call it.
Green ooze place.
Yeah, the land of the green shiny ooze.
Then shit happens. Victor
falls to his supposed death. We know it's not his real death.
He comes from Latveria. They had to toss that in there, I think.
Yeah, that was a cute touch there. Country of origin, Latveria.
Oh, he had no accent, by the way.
Yeah. So he must have been around America too long.
Yeah, he like falls.
And he has this souped up room where he has a video game playing on one monitor and a bunch of sciencey shit on like 3 others. Even his door is hooked up to something. And
I didn't see that. I had a call, so I had to leave and come back. So I didn't see the video game stuff, but I did see this. Like that wasn't Little Reed Richards' machine powered by a bunch of Nintendo 64s. Sort of, because there was a whole stack of them.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of 64s stacked on top of each other, all wired to something. This is low budget working.
Well,
you probably got them all at good.
It's kind of like Chappie. Like Chappie had that machine that was hooked up to a bunch of Xbox, or no, it was PlayStation. It was PlayStations.
Yep.
It's a Sony movie. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Chappie. Oh, never mind. We good. We're good. And yeah, powers, and this was a weird piece of editing. Sue is like trying to get them back on the computer, and then all of a sudden she's in the next cut. She's there waiting for them to return, and then she gets like hit with a blast of power, and that's how she becomes the Invisible Girl. She was in another
got blasted by a bunch of, I don't know, radiation or some sort of
because
interdimensional bullshit stuff that slapped her across the room.
Because through the magic of editing, you can all of a sudden teleport from one room to another. Because all of a sudden she's in the room
might have
with
been
them.
Like right next door, but I don't know.
No, we never see her open the door and go over there.
True. And Reed got... I don't think we saw how Reed got his thing, because we saw Johnny got his thing...
Thing blew up and
the window broke open and fire erupted.
Yeah, it caught fire.
The thing Ben got bolted with tons of...
Because his door was broken.
Tons of large rocks or something. And we don't see what happens to Reed, I don't think.
Yeah, that was a little...
Anyway.
So yeah, they have powers now, and they don't know what to do, and they're scared and all that stuff, except they never seem scared. The scientists do all the exposition for us. They are scared, they don't know what to do, and all that stuff.
Yep. Okay, try and move your hand. Try harder. Let's pump him up with more...
Science-y stuff.
No, it was more... tranquilizer or something. Sedatives. Pump him with more sedatives. Yeah, because that will motivate him to do something. You want results, don't you? Quit putting him to sleep! And for some reason, when they're working on Johnny and he blows up the room, all the scientists of all the other rooms converge on his location or something, because we don't see anyone else in Reed's room or Ben's room. So they must have just given up on them because...
Yeah, they have low security for the other ones.
I'm sorry, but I would have kept at least one asshole there, even if it's Steve from accounting.
At least get one for the thing, or Ben.
Like, get some interns or something. God knows they'd like to see some of this crazy comic book bullshit. Like, holy shit! I saw this kind of shit in a movie once! In the 90s, it was terrible!
So then Reed leaves, because he just sees Ben there, and like, oh shit, I'm gonna fix this, I'll be right back.
Reed, where are you going? Reed! Reed! You bastard, get back here!
So, like I said, no real development after that, because it just cuts to a year. All of a sudden, it's a year later, and they can do shit with their powers now. It's awesome.
Yep.
And
now they're working for the government. The thing is a tank that tears tanks apart. Thank you.
And people
Incredible
don't know
for inspiring that.
People don't know he exists when there's actual footage of this guy.
Yeah, so
I know
bullshit. if there's a picture of him in the fucking newspaper that Reed was able to print out later, I'm pretty fucking sure the world knows that the Goliath is here.
This is Transformers logic, in where, like, people say that, oh, that attack never happened. There were people there!
Things went boom. A lot of things went boom. I'm pretty fucking sure people know something.
I'm pretty sure one survived to tell the tale.
Yep.
It's like, well, where did they find Reed? Was it in Mexico, or was it?
Yeah, I think Mexico, because they were speaking Spanish and Reed fixed some guy's register.
Oh, apparently
for
stretchy
$15
powers
discount.
comes with the power to change your face, which was
Yeah,
that was weird.
I could kind of buy that a little.
Uh,
But he barely does it in the comics.
he had
just-
facial hair in the next shot.
And he didn't earlier.
No, at least I don't think he did.
Bullshit. Bullshit if that's true, because he could have, but he might not have.
Might have, but I think because it was a digital shot of his face, so yeah, I don't remember seeing any facial hair. But then in the next shot, when he's in that room, you saw like a mustache and a bit of a beard.
Yeah,
And
working on science stuff, doing stuff. And he made his own little containment suit thing with a bunch of wires and elastic shit that helps his limbs get back to him, because apparently this Reed Richards can't exactly pull his limbs back without a bit of help or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or really fucking trying. There's my arm.
So they like capture him back. They send the Thing over there to like beat the crap out of him, and then
We see an interesting little fight scene between Reed and some army guys, which was actually kind of neat, but
yeah, there are a couple of things that I think. There are some things in the movie that I think, had this movie been well written and a little more directed properly, I think this could have worked. This was a fun. This could have been a fun movie, but so much stuff kept me from liking it. Some of it was
like the random drag scene.
Yeah, some of it was just
Drag-
flat. Some of
drag
it was
racing
yeah.
scene, not drag. The other.
Some of it was flat out boring.
Yeah. Like, what was boring for you?
Well, there are some scenes where like the actors don't emote, and it's supposed to be a heavy scene. Like, you know, when they're on that plane and the Thing's over there, and he's talking to Reed, but nobody looks at each other.
Yep.
Look at me. I'm not your friend. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
So Victor doesn't come back until like an hour, 10 minutes into the movie. So he's just like a toss-in at the last minute, even though I know he's going to be Dr. Doom by the end of the thing.
Yep, they already called him Victor Von Doom, and people apparently still work with someone by the last name of Doom.
They didn't even change his name. It'll always be Victor Von Doom.
Which is decent because that's kind of his thing, but
So yeah, somehow he survived on that thing for a year. He said that it kept me alive. It gave me power.
planets gave me life. It gave me power. What kind of power?
All of
it. All of the power.
all of a sudden, I now want to. This plan was half baked at best. So, a lot of shit comes up that I didn't even know were things. Like, I want to create a black hole that will suck up all of the Earth, bring it over here for some reason, because the Earth is dying now. And
how is the Earth dying?
that's what he said. He's like, humanity had its chance. Now it's time for... I don't know. He pulls this out of his ass all of a sudden.
Is he the one killing the Earth? Because... sure, why not? With the
kills Tim Blake Nelson out of nowhere, walks out and starts blowing people's heads off. Fantastic Four, now with head explosions. Yeah, fun movie, all right.
A family picture. No, not really.
No. So yeah,
And-
creates Portal again. They get sucked through it, and then we have this cheesy ass fight that I also could have been fun, but it made me feel like I was watching Power Rangers.
Kind
With the dialogue, especially, like, we have to stop him. He's sucking up all the energy. Exposition line, science jumbles.
Yep. And it's because of him we need to kill him, and that thing stops somehow. I don't see how... Is it really him who's connecting to this, or is it the sciencey shit back where you guys came from that's pretty much a crater now?
Sort of a... I swear, this thing is really confusing. This sort of a mixture of both, I guess. I don't know.
Because that kind of anomaly creating a wormhole, not a black hole, taking all the shit from Earth to this place, looked like an unstoppable thing that won't exactly stop if that guy is dead, but they need a way to stop it.
We never see how the people of Earth react to all this. I mean, we get a couple shots of them running, but that's it.
Yep.
So, no family, apparently.
Yep, and it looks like there's more environmental damage than that city falling out of the sky in Avengers #2, but oh, nobody cares.
And then they come to that conclusion that, you know, like, he's powerful than all of us, but he's not powerful than all of us. So all of a sudden they, like, combine powers, and they can do that, apparently. They've never tested it, so...
Combine powers?
Yeah, because don't you remember the thing was invisible all of a sudden, and then,
yeah,
like...
because Sue is able to turn other things invisible.
Yeah, but they never made that clear. Because all I knew...
They did when she turned that crate invisible, though.
All I knew is that she was able to, like, make this, like, shield... I know Invisible Girls always have been able to do this. To just make a little shield for herself and for others.
Yep, and turn things invisible here and there. Herself especially, and... If they all somehow combined their powers, then it would be all of them, like Silver Surfer and the Space Fart when they did that. But other than that...
Oh, they take him down in like 5 seconds. Yeah, he's powerful, but yeah, would you just distract him? Boom, there.
Yep. I'll distract him, you make him invisible, and he'll say his brother's famous line before bitch punching him.
I'll distract him with the power of cliche dialogue. You think you're smarter than me. I am smarter than you. And then
taking all the credit for yourself. Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah,
I am the bad guy. I am the bad guy.
They had this thing where, like, Victor's supposed to be jealous of Reed hitting on Sue, but that never becomes a thing, so that was just kind of tossed.
Just like, you're being unprofessional. You need to work. I was working. That didn't look like work. Get back to work.
Yeah, but
yeah, that didn't look too much like jealousy, but...
I don't know, kind of, sort of did, because didn't Victor always had a thing for Sue?
Yeah, he always did have a bit of a thing for her.
So I don't know if that's what they were going for.
And apparently he completely forgets that when he fuses with the planet or something. He's taken by it, he becomes one with the soul of the planet, saying that this planet is mine, this world is mine.
The design of the thing
Those who dare harm it will perish.
What did you think of the design? I thought it looked weird.
Yeah.
Like, very
out back to normal Doom, please?
Very out of place.
Yeah.
Like, this is not...
He looked worse than the Genesis Terminators. I'm sorry, but he looked... I don't even know how to describe this guy. It just looked fucked up and a bit out of place. He's glowing everywhere. Most of his Enviro suit was fused to his flesh. And he looked metallic.
Your, half an hour's about to go off. So in case you want to, like, stop and then do another one.
Okay, there's just a lot that can go into this thing, but no, I think we're good now.
No, let's
but-
keep going.
Yeah,
So-
let's keep going.